But yes, hello and welcome. I'm Animal,
And I'm Vigar.
and welcome to
Worth the grind.
The Grind, where today we are playing
Deep Space. An interesting game, I think.
Yeah, no, I saw it while it was on the Steam store, and it reminded me just first glance, just immediately screamed Alien Swarm to me, and I was like, you know what? I think we'd like to play this one.
Yeah. We should remind everyone that this is an early access title, so it's we're not gonna judge it too hard.
Yeah, we're gonna see how it is, as we usually do, feel out for a bit, and when we think maybe it's a bit further in development than we think, or usually, rule of thumb, if they're charging people money, usually that's a big no-no if you're an early access game for us, but we don't know yet, so we're gonna look for that kind of thing. But I hope everyone's doing well today. Let's go join the other channel now. It's perfect time.
There we go.
So,
I'm just gonna
hello.
Just gonna fix the volume there. It went a bit high.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not a good day on my channel. My account.
Yeah. Just gonna check in with the developer.
Yep. All right. Okay, while you're doing that, I'm going to quickly get into this. Stuck in. How to play. Many negative reports there of the game are centered around controls. So this menu was created to clarify things until a total tutorial can be implemented. When the main menu, you will see different labeled spots on the floor, such as online or market. To interact with these, you go up to them, and a pop-up should appear in the center of your screen. When this shows up, you may press E and access that menu. Hope that helps. Thank you for downloading the first game released by Bondo Games.
Yeah.
If you have any suggestions or find any bugs, please let me know in the community section. Will do. I'll probably come across a couple of them myself because I typically break games. So,
yeah,
all
so
right,
second I'm gonna. I've just had a bit of a talk with developer Kitty. Well,
yeah.
Kid. He's no kid. Actually, I don't even know if it's a he. Copy.
Sincerely, Blake. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to quickly pause the music on my end just to take in the in-game music. Gotta appreciate that stuff first.
Yes, I actually turned off the in-game sound as well on my end, as I was setting it. Oh, that's a nice tune.
Okay, the exit and the market. Let's go. So firstly, let's go to the market because it's right in front of me.
Oh, right. Was there an options menu?
No, I'm not sure. I see a market and an exit. That's it at the moment, and an online section. So, featured aliens, operated skins. So this is everything. Like I can't click on the aliens part. Nothing else.
Well, it's still an early access, so.
Early access.
Operator.
Always more lenient on those early access games. Just gotta make sure that the microtransactions aren't crazy, if there is any.
Well, at least we always have the saying, nothing is worse than Zone 4.
Zone 4. I think we came across one.
For those of our long-suffering viewers, remember Zone 4? The first and only game we actually panned after 10 minutes.
That's because it was a laggy piece of shit.
And they actually shut down the game after a year.
It did get taken down. So
yeah,
we
well,
weren't wrong about it.
I think I've actually put all of that out of my memory because that game was such a pain.
Really, it's burned into mine. Still have waking nightmares about it. Netcode!
Anyway, I'm gonna move up to the online part here.
Okay, then yeah, I'll do the same. Joel, you ready? You at the online part?
Yeah.
Okay, so press E and then establish link at the same time. 3, 2,
No,
1.
you have like
Oh.
random matchmaking, server list and shit.
This is random matchmaking, server list, and so.
We were advised to have 4 to 5 people because it's a 4v1 kind of game. So I'm intrigued about that.
There was
So
also
we'll
talk
see
of
how
a
it goes.
buddy.
A buddy system, yeah. So is this how to play with friends? Query. Okay, let's look at this. Playing with friends. To play with friends, you or a friend can create a lobby and have the other player join it. Your lobby can be added to the matchmaking list so random players can still join your room. Right, so we can do that. By the way, just saying, if anyone does want to join us during this game, please don't hesitate to download this. It's very small. Like, we're talking, we have probably text documents bigger than this game, so don't be afraid to download it just for a second. It won't do anything. So, yeah, more the merrier, please.
Do you remember that game that, what was it, like 40 gigs or something, and basically had nothing in it?
I'm trying to remember what game that was. Was it an MMO?
I think it was.
Feels like an MMO.
I
remember
mean,
that one that had the
it
expansion
was
pack.
bare bones, mostly just. I think it even was top down. Hmm.
Well, that one definitely faded from my memory.
Yeah, even so much that I forgot the name of it.
Oh,
Are you
man.
making a game?
Let's try it. Let's see. Random matchmaking server list to go back. So servers list. Let's see. Create room. Co-op story mode. There's a story mode. Sweet. Alien versus Hunters. Operations experimental. Training. Ooh, there's training. Let's do training first. Like individually, if
Okay.
that's possible. Wait, I can't click on training. Never mind. Alien versus Hunters. It is. New server will be called Worth the Grind.
Just checking the permissions here on Discord. Oh, this username I have. Training isn't available yet. Thank you.
Arigato. Let's see. Okay, so that's ready. I put Alien vs. Hunters, Worth the Grind as the title, send rate 40. Now, how do I start this? Enter. Enter on there. No. Click on the Alien vs. Hunters. There we go. Alien vs. Hunters, USS, AES, or Valiant. Let's choose the first one. Okay, we're here. We're ready. We're ready. It's open.
Oh, no, Worth the Grind. I'm apparently Joshua.
We're all Joshua.
Ah.
Lurk away, Master Charles, man. You're the one with the lurk command, right? That was such an amazing idea. So lurk friendly.
Axel the Diosum. Okay.
If anyone wants to join us, please do. Just look up Worth the Grind in the
This username is this username I have is in
game
my chat.
requires an alien to start. How do I do that?
Switch role.
Switch role. I'll be an alien then.
Okay.
Okay. Start her. Come at me, bros. I'm gonna eat your faces. You're mine. I don't even know what to do.
Hi there, Master Charles. You're lurking. Hold right mouse button. Space Fleet Cruiser. Nice.
Now I hope I'm not like just gonna get murder fucked like immediately because I'm the only alien.
I will make sure of that.
Well, I'm happy about how quickly you got people, you know, in.
Yeah, usually when we do these things, sometimes we have to wait several minutes or the game is totally dead.
Yeah.
Okay, and shift to run. Log standard. Control does nothing. Yep.
Oh, that's it.
Ooh, ooh.
Checking up there. Getting in. Taking it slow and safe. Holding eyes right.
Come on, I can do this. I can do this. Come on. Grrr. Oh, I did it for a sec.
It does give me the vibes I usually get when we play Alien Swarm.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a PvP active Alien Swarm out of this, personally.
Oh, Alien Swarm does have a PvP actually.
Does it?
Yeah, it's called Deathmatch.
We've never done this. Why have we not done this?
I usually recommended against it, and I once asked you and you said no.
Probably having a bad day that day. So, I am sorry for people watching me, but I've kind of come across something and I really want to do. You know what happens? You know when I feel in Alien Storm whenever I find a way to clip out the map, and I just spend a good 10 minutes trying to do that. I'm doing it already.
Good job.
Look, I'm bug testing, okay? As a bug alien.
This looks clear. I like that. I like that there's a suspense of this.
Hi, please remind me to join you guys. No problem, dude. Next round we'll probably have fresh people.
Okay, Captain Chick.
Alright.
Or as most of our friends would say, Captain Korczak.
Korczak. Korczak.
Which, for those of you who don't know, that's chicken in Polish.
Korczak.
And no, neither Animal or I am Polish.
I don't know, I could, but you don't know I live in England.
Yeah, you live in the UK, I live in Sweden.
I lost you guys. Where the fuck did you go?
Oh, I have one of these. I'm walking with one guy. Being extra cautious because I know that Animal likes to be fast on his attacks.
Hunter has become the hunted.
And it's a bit of his spiel.
I can hear you. Oh, there you guys are. Hello.
Oh. Yeah. Nice spin.
Spin off with Joyce.
Man. Have you guys seen anywhere that I've come from? Because I don't see
I'll hold
anywhere
right.
where you've come from. What's Animal Attack Twitch? Twitch.tv/animal_attack. Okay, where am I going? Oh, I'm running.
Blake, by the way, something I forgot to ask before. As Blake is sort of a universal, well, genderless name, to be honest. I'm not sure if you're male or female.
Well, if he's a universe, he transcends gender.
My god.
Well, no, because I know I actually have a contact named Blake as well, and she's from Florida. Ah, okay.
I have no idea where I'm going. Oh, okay, that's the thing.
X5 for those.
I can use a secondary attack. That's useful.
Nothing in here.
Let's keep together.
So, as an alien, am I, as the only alien, gonna get straight up murder-fucked? Or have I got a chance to beat these guys?
I think we are walking in a circle. What's this?
Oh, I'm back here again. Yee, trying to do it again. Okay, this corner is just I got on top of it once, almost. There is a way, and I just want to test it, I just want to see if I can do something. I want to see if I can break it.
Depends on the alien skill. Okay, yeah.
Depends on alien skill.
So knowing Animal No threat.
Threat not detected.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man.
Look, I play Hunter with you.
As a noob, you're probably totally screwed because playing Alien is higher learning curve than just left clicking. There's right clicking too. Haha, I've already figured out. I am now the expert. Yeah. Well, I like a learning curve, you know. It's nice going into a game being somewhat familiar, but I still want to be able to come out of it feeling like it's a fresh experience. I did it! I did it!
You did what?
Am I meant to be able to do that? Because I assume I'm not meant to. Just checking.
Stop trying to break the game.
Well, I just did. Gommel.
Damn it.
It's not super bad. It's not like, oh my god, I broke the game like completely. It's not like I'm cheating with what I just did. It's just a small thing. Although there might be a part of the map I could do that in, which could, like, I don't know. Better to be safe than someone outside the map.
I know we were 4 people walking in, but I lost the other guy.
Yep.
Oh, did you lose him or did I get him?
No, we lost him.
Oh.
Oh.
You really do get that bit of claustrophobia in this.
Hi guys. So what do you guys see?
I see something that looks like a walking head. Did he? Oh, he disappeared. Oh, we can't go through here.
We can go through it.
Ah!
Damn it!
Oh, I changed weapon. Oh. Apparently I changed weapon and didn't notice. Shit.
We lost a man.
What the?
Medic.
Yeah, this is not intense.
Well. It's got interesting, doesn't it?
Oh, good. I saw my ammunition counter and clicked R just to be safe. Whoop! Now a good question is there any friendly fire?
By me.
Doesn't look like it.
Come on, animal!
Oh, we won!
God. Man, it was like, there's something about that right click that was so precise. I was up right against you guys like testicles and it wouldn't hit. I don't know if it did.
Well, we could have won.
Oh, pardon me. Now I kind of get a bit more. I feel like I
Holy
have
shit!
a much cooler time as the alien. Unless someone else wants to try it.
Well, I could try.
Okay, ooh. The fact we got kicked right back to this bit, you know, I like it. Possibly, I don't know what kind of coding goes into, but being able to just go back into the lobby, that would be kind of cool.
I got money.
Create a room.
Yeah. Are you creating a room? Yeah.
Yep.
By the way, I bought some drinkables.
It'd be cool, worth the grind again. Who wanted to join this time? Chicken, right?
Yeah. Captain Chicken wanted to join us.
Am I able to make the lobby private? I didn't check.
No idea. So I noticed a lot of new.
One more spot.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit. No, you
Yeah, I
can't
saw
spawn.
Blake type that out in the other channel. We can actually see both chats.
Yep.
First right. Okay,
you
the
got-
Valiant.
sweet. Nice, we got everyone.
Oh, that's
We've got an
no.
alien.
Sorry, I forgot to inform ahead. This username I have. Oh,
Auto spawn in 10.
okay. So who became the alien?
It's this username guy. He'll be the alien for this round.
Okay.
Space Fleet Cruiser. This is definitely different from how the alien spawns. The alien's just there. Just kind of goes, yo bitches, I'm here.
Yeah, we get a bit of an intro. That's nice.
Oh, you can rotate it. Okay, ooh, hello. Hello. Oh, wow, you can see a lot more as the alien, just so you guys know. You can see everything. Everything's available to you.
So where's the door?
Yep.
Now, this is a different map, so I won't know the layout.
So let's keep together. Animal, will you be the rear guard?
Oh, can we not, like, see? We can't even see each other's nameplates.
No, you can see the lights when you hover over it.
Checking around corner.
Oh, it's left of me. Come back, you guys. I can hear it. It's right over this way. You hear that?
Yeah,
Greg?
I heard that.
Alright, over here. I didn't know you could break glass. This is new.
Oh, it's went.
He went through
yeah,
the vent.
he went through.
Oh, there he
There
is! Haha! Good motherfucker!
It doesn't 100% align with my mouse, so
No,
I
no, no.
have...
You have like not
Yeah, I
that
see.
when you like aim at wall, you have like a little dot there. This is where you aim at.
Yeah.
You don't aim with your mouse.
It kind of surprised me a few times. Okay, seems he moved on.
To the right.
I heard it. Okay. Oh. Ah, there he is.
Fuck.
Reloading.
Come back here, you little wench.
I think he went through the main...
Yeah, this door's just always open now. Reloading.
Nope. Zero sign. Moving back.
I'm nearly dead.
Yeah, I know, I see. You took a brunt.
Ah! Scary.
Come here!
Dropping flare.
Get over here.
Get over here! I found him. He's in this room. He went through here. What? He opened this door and then must have carried on. That or a vent.
What the fuck is that?
Oh,
Is that
that's
the
like
wall?
is that his passive? Because I remember seeing that in my ability place, the big fleshy thing, but I didn't know how to use it. It just kind of ticked down every couple of seconds.
Sorry, just had an itch. Oh. Something that is quite common for us streamers is called
Oh, here he is.
Oh!
In the hallway, in the hallway.
Come here.
it's the streamer's nose.
Which
It suddenly begins to itch on the tip of your nose while you stream.
So yeah, aiming kind of weird, throws you off because that dot is where you're shooting, not with your mouse.
Yeah.
If that could be your mouse, that would be ideal.
Yeah, just move like the mouse icon.
Although I'm liking this atmosphere. This atmosphere
You
of
see
like
it?
the alien. I liked Evolve, like the idea of Evolve before it became what it is.
Oh, okay, buddy. Well, hope you can join the next one.
Yeah, hopefully you get the next one, my dude.
If anyone needs to get access to our Discord, well, actually Animal Attacks Discord, do tell.
New agent
Welcome, new agent. I cannot see your name at the moment.
Behind us,
behind us, behind us.
Get him!
Got him down.
Run them down.
Falling light to our rear.
I'm curious to know what the other just checking through that. The other humans do, what their abilities are. Okay.
Yeah, I think we'll find out.
Wait a minute, I'm gonna check with the humans, see if he can get up.
Behind us, behind us.
There he is. You're not gonna get that far. Come here. The hunter has become the hunted.
We lost the other guy.
No! Quickly! There he is.
You mean you lost me?
Oh. Yeah, you don't have name tag, so like...
Yeah.
I was looking at my chat. Trying to look at it.
Name tags for the humans would be great.
Yeah, do I think
Oh,
That
yeah,
would
that was
have
my
to
dot. That was my
be-
dot. Looked like an alien eye.
that has to? I think that it will have to be $player_name instead of. Oh, behind us!
Behind us,
I'm dead. Oh, I thought I was down.
Yeah, he's stunned.
Did you go through his event?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it went through here. I'll stay and hold guard.
You know,
I like the
splitting up
vent.
is usually death.
Yeah.
Okay, moving
the
up.
event system's really cool.
Ah, behind us! Reloading.
Okay, I think he's low enough health we can split into twos.
I don't know. I can count 3 with me. Where is... Oh, there you are.
Mm-hmm.
Animal is 2 on its own.
I'm a lone wolf.
Yeah, if
go
if
alone.
we walk away from each other, we'll probably lose. Be easier to pick off.
I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger. Get down! Get down!
Shoot it down.
We're going to get them.
Come to get the alien. You have to cover yourself in mud so they don't see you.
All aliens use mud as their vision. So they don't see you when you cover in mud.
Do it now.
Dude.
Come with me if you want to leave.
Buddy Dev, thank you for the follow. Enjoy your 500 free pals and welcome to the Animal Kingdom. How you doing today, my dude?
Just a second.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, this is a big room. I like
Big
this room.
empty room. Yes.
So, what stops us from just standing in this room waiting for the bug? Or has the alien got another objective they can win by?
Just sent Buddy a Discord invite. How is it? Is there any permissions that are problematic on on your Discord, Animal?
Any issues? Like what?
Nah, I was just wondering.
Oh, there's no issues on my Discord. More people can join than you think. It's just I put it as a private one, so you don't get raids of people that are from 4chan and stuff. So I think it's just safer for people to ask.
Oh, it was not the.
Blake, thank you for the follow. Enjoy your 500 free pals and welcome to the Animal Kingdom. Enjoy your stay. So I'm liking the atmosphere. The fact it's all dark and we can only see with our flashlights. And I am tempted to run off alone and try and find it, I am. But that's just me. I want to stay together, but at the same time I want to run off, and that's oh, can you turn off your light? How?
F.
Oh, okay.
I mean, just wondering, turning off lights as a function is cool. Wonder
I'll
if it-
stay out here while you
Useful.
check inside. Here it is.
We just used them as bait.
Got him down.
got him!
Now that was intense.
It's the alien just it does. I don't know if this username fell it as well, but the attacking with the alien, it feels like his hitbox for his attacks are too small. I want to be able to hit 2 people at a time if that's possible. He's fighting 4 people in the end of the day. That is a lot of people he's got to kill, and if they're smart, like we're doing, they'll stay together. Yeah, it's always been off. The hitbox. Yeah,
Let's see if I got the invite I sent. If it didn't work, I'll have to send another one.
So this lock under the co-op story mode, what's that about? Curious.
There's Buddy.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hello and welcome.
Hey, Blake.
Oh, one moment.
So how you guys liking the game so far?
It's
I'm liking
actually
the
more
idea.
impressive than the first looks would give me to
Yeah.
believe.
That's cool. Blake's been working like he's sleeping every other day kind of thing, working 30 hours straight.
Yeah, I think I read something in your Discord over there. Something about 90 hours during a week.
So I don't think he has. I don't think he has a life expectancy over like 40. He's shaving life off his. He's shaving years off his working on this.
Jesus. Well, you gotta love that passion, dude. Gotta have passion
Yeah.
for what you're doing.
I'm back.
He always reads to.
It's the 1% of negative reviews that drive me.
Well,
Cream.
reviews are often problematic if you get the wrong reviewer.
Hmm.
At least that's how one of my friends used to say.
Okay,
I
lobby.
described it like this: is if you own something
those guys.
like a shop in a plaza, that if you have some friends from high school who would go there and say, we don't like this, that's just their opinion. That's just their opinion against yours. But you have that happen to you in Steam, and Steam stops showing the game to people. Like, the plaza
Yeah.
doesn't pick up your shop and throw it away, right? But Steam does that to your game if you get a few bad people.
Yeah.
Like as soon as we hit mixed reviews, we went down like an average of 100 users per day.
Jesus.
Well, to be accurate, 90%, yeah. So we were only getting like 110.
That's pretty much one of the things that is good with this show, as an example. We actually look for the diamonds in the rough.
Hmm.
I
That's
assume
cool.
that would also make a lot more interesting content.
Yeah.
So, just question: is 2 aliens overkill?
2 aliens isn't even allowed, so...
Oh, okay.
Like I won a 1v4 yesterday. It's hard, but you can do it.
Look, there's a change coming to the collision system, and it has to do with a new alien that's being introduced to make those right clicks less precise. But that starter operator, the starter alien, are meant to be exactly that, starter. That you are not meant to play them again after you've gotten anyone else.
Right.
Hmm.
So
Well, that's positive. So we know there are more aliens than the ones we are seeing right now.
the next update, actually.
So this starter alien, is he just going to be an all-rounder? He's going to be a jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah.
Right.
And this next alien is meant for AoE effects, so that's probably exactly what you're looking for.
So how long have you guys been working on this game for?
Well, Blake's been doing like solo dev. I've been doing more community stuff.
Yeah, he's been my marketing and legal guy. I'm the one making it, and I want to say 2 months leading up to release is how long I worked on it. And again, that's with the work schedule of not sleeping.
So we can round that up to about 2 months of non-stop development work then, from start to this. A bit more actually. But...
with a crash in between.
Well, that's at least more positive than most of the things we've seen, where we have really shitty devs that don't really put anything in, just buy stuff off the Unity market, for example, and then just blast it up.
There's 82% of the entire budget was just paying for the servers and the Steam fee. Like the visual assets that you're seeing, the characters are the purchase. Everything else that you're seeing, all the programming, all the visual assets were made by me.
Yeah, that's something that I like to see.
There's a heal? Oh man. Alien's broken.
Is it broken?
No, I just got told there's a heal, and I'm like, man, that would have been useful the first time I played the Alien.
Oh, it's even better is also functions as a shield, so.
Oh god, I'm lost already.
Or did you wander off?
Oh my god.
Oh wow, that's not the thing? You put down a thing? How dare you?
Yeah, I put down
Oh
a thing.
shit, oh, so this is the heal. I mean, that was a terrible time to use it, but oh well. Scatter, scatter.
Oh, did he go? Oh, I should have played mission. I could gas the vents. Dang it.
Yep. Annoying alien strategy was to just hide out in the vents and flush shell, and so I made that was during testing.
Yeah, I was
And
literally
they
about
just
to do that.
They loved throwing it in front of me and going, haha, your game needs bouncing. I was like, alright, so I added Mission, who can gas the vents, and it does a ton of damage, and it fixes that right up.
What are the inspirations for the game?
Well, you may have noticed the rip-off Starfleet logo. So
that makes a bit of sense, actually. I was in the back of the mind, but
there's also in the new map, which you guys haven't played yet on the experimental game mode, and it hasn't been revealed that this is their name, but the citizens who inhabit it are named Namor, which is named after Bajor in Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Ah, the Bajorans. They were funny.
That wasn't announced yet?
No, that wasn't announced yet, but they do share similar traits to the Bajoran flag, which anyone who had played or who knows Star Trek would recognize.
I spent last summer going through Star Trek first original series, Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, and then Voyager. All through the summer.
Yeah, I've watched the first 3 of that group, and I'm actually on the first season of Voyager right now.
The Voyager series, many have a different idea over it. Many think it's not good or anything like that. I myself didn't really care much. I think it's a good series.
Star Treks were so similar. You know, Star Trek was what it was, but then Next Generation was just the new Star Trek, and then they took it in a whole new direction with Deep Space Nine, making it take place on a space station. And then with Voyager, you know, they made it take away from Starfleet and away from the United Federation of Planets. And I think all that is them trying to go with a new formula. And I think a lot of hardcore Star Trek fans had a problem with that.
Yeah, I also think that by this time, Gene Roddenberry had actually died. So he wasn't inflicting his views on series anymore. I heard somebody say once that as soon as Gene disappeared, well, died, the series evolved a little bit.
Well, back on the topic though, the primary inspiration from this game was a game called Of Guards and Thieves. And I was like, hey, look, that's a simple game. Why don't I do one of those? And you can see how that went out the window.
So I've never heard of that game before. What are you doing in that one?
That one, it's just a top-down, real simple. There's a guard, there's a thief. It's free to play. There's guards, there's thieves, and the thieves are trying to steal. The guards are trying to stop them. And so the alien only being the only one being able to go through the vent. That's from that game. Is the thieves are the only ones who can go through the vents in that game. Then the idea of 4v1 was from the game Evolve.
Yeah, that was what I was hoping for, because I quite enjoyed the idea of Evolve, but I feel, well, after all the stuff that went wrong with it, I kind of wanted that void to be filled of a monster versus humans kind of game.
When researching for this game, I actually got pretty scared, because I remember reading something from the Evolve developers that really struck with me, is they were saying, once people were role-playing in their roles, the alien being the alien, the hunters being the hunter, the game... Oh, shit.
You're mine!
When they were role-playing, that the game was balanced and good. But when people started playing just for the sake of winning, that's when the game started to go downhill, because balancing a 4v1 is a very, very hard thing to do. It's nothing like making a multiplayer shooter when everyone's wielding the same available arsenal.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of the balancing issues associated with Evolve, and will end up probably being associated with Deep Space under the condition of its success, is so long as people are playing it to have fun, not just to win.
Going on from this, are you thinking of expanding your developer team if it goes over?
Oh yeah, I mean, I would love to take on new people, but the game, it's 2 weeks old at this point, and it had a pretty low budget of, for a game of $235, and it hasn't made back half that.
Hello, Def Proxy, and thank you for the rates of free viewers.
Nice.
Yay.
So when I can't even afford to pay myself 1/100th minimum wage, no exaggeration. I mean, if I got paid minimum wage for all the work I did on this game, I would be sporting thousands.
Yeah, I've often heard that some developers, they crash and burn just because of the costs, even before they have anything to put to market.
Well, that's a lot of problems. Is a lot of developers are specialized, and I learned very early in game development that if you are going to be an indie developer with low money, you have to be a jack of all trades. That's why I did all the visuals and all the programming myself. And
There's
so I
always
ended
the
up
risk of
much
going
lower.
via back routes like Kickstarter or
Yeah.
Patreon, for example, but then you come into the people have an expectancy of
Yeah.
what you can do.
Hey, kitty.
Ah,
Yeah.
I wish I had a kitty myself.
Big mood.
Well, my kitty
Take
just
one.
had 5 more kitties, so if you want me to mail you one,
I wish I could have one, honestly, but I live at home with my parents, and my father is really allergic.
yeah.
At the moment, he can have 5 kittens and still have less cats than me.
All right, yeah. Sorry, I lost my trail of thought there.
I was
For-
gonna say, though, I've
expectancy
tried those
and-
back channels. It's the same. You have a higher chance of getting your free-to-play game on Steam played than you do of anyone ever seeing your Kickstarter campaign.
Aye, so it is.
Mm-hmm.
And there's
So
also
that's the route I went with, is because I tried before to start up my own projects as non-hobby through Kickstarter and Patreon, and no one donated. And I see a lot of projects that get really funded, and I don't see how they get funded, because personally, I wouldn't donate to a concepts project myself especially when with someone like me, they're dealing with someone that they have no proof of skill or anything like that.
Yeah, I've actually been on that part where I've paid for concept things and gotten burned for it. One of those burns is quite famous. Project Goddess.
Hmm.
Little me chilled out, something in the rounds of 200 pounds.
Right now, I just got screwed over by a game. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Survive the Night.
I know I've seen something named that. I basically clicked past it.
Anyway, I pre-ordered it 2 years ago, and it just now released. And it's garbage. It's their first game, and it's absolute garbage. They got a ton of money, and it's garbage. I mean, it's just...
At least they had a game out.
It too big, you know. It was their first game ever. You know, like before Deep Space, I'd been doing game development like very religiously. Even as a hobby, though, I still did it quite often for 5 years. I'm a 5-year Unity developer, which is why I was able to develop this game so fast.
Just a quick question, as I don't have song requests on, I'm gonna explain that to people. It's because I sometimes upload these episodes to YouTube. On that point, I hope this song won't trigger any copyright thing. It has happened in the past.
Okay.
I
The
just
trailer
played
for this game is copyright striked.
Oof.
Oof.
It was YouTube's algorithm too, right? They reported it was Frere Jacques, and that's a public domain song, but obviously, you know, there are the versions of it that aren't public domain. But the one that they copy strike me for was automated, and I disputed it, and they denied my dispute. But the company they were citing as copy striking it wasn't even the one that I got the song from. But they still denied the dispute.
Yeah, copyright trolling, I think that is.
Yep. So,
I actually almost got a copyright strike for the menu song for, what's the name again? Brain Out. Do you remember that one, Animal? The Russian 2D shooter thingy.
wait, who's playing the alien?
Me.
Oh,
That's Animal.
The hunter has become the hunted. Itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out.
you know, that concerns me because I seem to have lost my group.
Yeah, there's all 3 dead bodies right there.
Yeah.
What's up, Captain
No,
Chicken?
wait, no, there's 2 bodies.
And then there's one down there to the left.
Out came the sunshine and dried up all the rain.
Which one?
Itsy bitsy spider
Sanders.
came out to
You know.
hunt again.
I'm trying.
Get away.
You're right.
No!
He's so low.
Oh no! Nope, check tester.
No!
Woo!
Man, I died right off the start.
Did you lose against Animal?
Yeah. He stunned me, then just there I went.
2,300 damage. You don't even have. You don't even have 2,300 health. How much did you heal?
A lot. A truckload.
You can play on the smaller map.
So I guess that's the other one then, the second one.
Yeah, the Valiant or
The
whatever.
Valiant. The Valiant was when the game first released, I was getting the whole, oh wow, there's only one map and he's already selling DLC. Wow, the developer's greedy and only in it for the money. And so the second map was an absolute rush out. I had already had it planned. Oh, I don't have room for him.
That's everybody.
Smooth.
Oh. So, what are your other plans, if you have any, for other game modes?
There's the operations game mode, which we could try right now.
Oh yeah, might as well. Okay, lobby going down. Objective Sanctuary. Okay, it's okay. We still keep the group. That's nice.
Okay, Oh, I'm the host. Oh, I did not.
Oh wait,
see-
no, this is the.
Oh yeah, this is the wrong server.
Something happened and I suddenly ended up somewhere.
Noni.
I'll check the output log, which, according
I'm
to my
gonna
device,
start
says
game. See.
I don't attack. You're gonna have to remake the room. I don't know what's up with your thing, but everyone left.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I went back to lobby and came back in, and somehow it was like, hey, everybody's still here, and I was like, oh, sweet. And then it's not.
Yeah, if only the developer could fix the game, like Christ.
God.
well,
Did you?
Where's the grind? Did you just start?
There we go. Now I started. Okay, I won't touch it anymore. I just had to do a thing.
oh,
What
it's
the fuck?
locked.
What's happening?
Because he started it right off the start.
I touched the thing.
Animal.
I don't know. I didn't mean to. I didn't know.
Hey, you can press escape and leave.
Match.
Matt.
There we go. I did it. I left match.
We will get there eventually.
These things happen.
Yeah, especially with me.
Now, there's a very good reason that it's got the big, in parentheses, experimental. This was one of those things that, like, I needed a new update to push the reviews further.
Both again.
Blake.
It's so full. I clicked it as
It just like immediately you want to, and it's open.
Yeah, I'm also not.
Vigga, do you want to?
You're not supposed to.
Vigga, do you want to start creating your own lobby as well, so we can have 2 lobbies going at a
Yeah,
time?
might as well. Let's see. We're doing. Which one is it?
We're
Experimental
doing the
operations.
experimental operation. Yep.
Operations Exploration. Objective Sanctuary.
So I'll start my game.
Oh god, somebody played Alien. They're gonna crash.
It didn't tell me to.
What show
name
you're
the
gonna
game.
crash?
What?
Blake, you haven't fixed them being able to pick Alien in the Hunters Only game mode. The Alien is gonna crash because there's no alien spawn, and then we're all gonna win immediately.
Yay!
No, yeah, I take that bullet for the team.
Yeah. For the
Yeah,
sake of us winning.
isn't winning what it's all about anyway?
Yeah, that's exactly what's all about.
Well,
why I
winning
play
is one part, having fun is the second part.
All we need now is a couple of loot boxes and we're set.
Yeah.
Oh, Animal,
Us,
you
we didn't
know
crash?
that
I
I.
always switch the last second.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Animal, you
Scheme
remember
of
I
defense.
agree with the Belgian courts.
Don't shoot those.
I want to shoot it.
Shoots up and opens fire.
This way, this way.
You're the creators of the game at this point. They told you not to do a thing.
Do it.
Alright, me and my trusty
Hi, Kefi.
wicker basket.
Welcome to the channel. So this send. I
So-
guess
They can
that's
jump to the
like
top.
our ping.
Especially
like a
with this game mode.
Yeah,
This game mode was basically the inspiration for this game mode was Helldivers.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Alien Swarm. It just screams Alien Swarm. I'm loving it already.
I've never seen or played Alien Swarm.
Oh, dude.
well, we
we'll play
played.
that for an
I
after
think we
grind.
played it like 2 years ago, and it's still in our repository. Alien Swarm Reactive Drop.
Yeah. If I was gonna tell you any game to look for like inspiration for this game mode in particular and how you can like make it any better and stuff, that game is something I would suggest you draw inspiration from because it's exactly what you're trying to do here, except it's an entire game.
I'll copy a link to the game so you can check it out later.
I mean, I wouldn't mind playing it as an after grind at some point if that's what it comes to.
Oh.
See, I literally think it was the bug where someone can choose arachnid on this map. I think that was when I was testing, and I was testing one of the other maps, and I disabled certain errors. Because it used to work.
There, I sent it in Discord. So how many do we need for this experimental?
Well, we can start right now.
Okay, let's start.
But no, this game mode was a complete push for me. I had never done a network AI. I've done AI before in small core games like released on GameJolt, but I'd never done it on, you know, over a network.
Wow, this is...
When you get out of this area, and you go up.
One of the primary reasons that this is called experimental is it's all host-based. I kid you not. If the host leaves the match, every alien on the map will destroy, and I don't think any more will spawn. It's super... I put in parentheses experimental because I ran out of time.
Oh, wait, when you go down left.
But, you know,
Fuck
I did what I
Space
could.
Fleet. What?
Oh, you found the Easter egg.
I found it. I love profanity. You're a man after my own heart.
I don't know if I'm supposed to
Oh,
shoot that.
shit!
Oh, shit!
Oh my god!
It's dead.
But is it really, Shoal? Is it really dead? Because I feel like that thing's gonna come back and murderfuck us in a bit.
Look, always double tap.
Alright, we need to press all the buttons in here. I think there's like 5 or something.
I'm gonna explore now. Now I've seen one Easter egg, I'm gonna expect more.
Yeah, there's totally more.
That wasn't an Easter egg. That was a bug.
That was an alien egg.
That was an alien egg.
Don't push me in it.
Yeah, there's totally more, and this map wasn't rushed out, and it's polished. Good.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
You
Hello.
piece of garbage.
Will there be any character that can do healing?
Okay.
Actually, the next update.
Oh, nice.
Yep, the next update is 2 new operators and the second alien.
Where's the next update? Because I could use it right now. Oh, what the fuck?
The reason I was asking about the other operators is basically since we played Alien Swarm, where you have different classes of characters.
Shit.
I try to do
I
something
usually play
similar
as a
here, like
technician.
Beetle, which is the guy holding the cannon, goes slower than everyone else. Yoshi's the fastest. You know, and so sort of similar to the Evolve class system. Yoshi's your tracker, who's got the sonar system, and Joshua and Vladimir would be your, you know, your hunters. And then the new medical is what's coming in next. And originally that's how they were organized, but then I was more like, I want it to be a player's interpretation. Because they can be played multiple ways, and I don't want anyone to think that a character is predefined in what they should be played. Obviously, except for the medical character.
Oh my god, that's new.
You can't avoid being a medical character.
What's that thing from Stranger Things? I like it.
Okay, I think I pressed the last buttons. Yeah, these buttons unlock these doors, and I'm pretty sure those are the last ones I need to press. We actually got through without dying anybody. That's nice. Though I see many of us are about to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a lot of damage on
Have
my
fun with
part.
that.
Dead lad damage.
Ah, okay. No worry, Kev.
I think it's dead.
Alright, let's go to the expo point.
Oh, I'm coming
I'll
back.
reload already.
You
There's
gotta
a
let
button.
them explore.
Oh,
on
okay,
their own.
I'll let them. I'll just sit here and shoot things.
Yeah, you shoot
That's the
things, you
spirit.
follow them, but they gotta leave. They gotta figure it out.
Alright.
Little guy over here got to test the map and help me find bugs. Thinks he's cool.
We pressed all the buttons, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, yeah. Animal, come back.
I don't
Someone
even know
take
where we
point.
are.
I'm about to die.
Back in the days when I used to do a lot of
What did
beta
I say
testing,
about taking point?
I used to play around with memory hackers to see if I could make special bugs that I
Yeah.
could report it to the developers.
Well, you don't need to do that advanced. I mean, you can throw on cheat
No,
engine
I
and
used to
enable-
do those kind of stuff back when I did things for like EA.
I mean, you can throw on cheat engine, click enable speed hack, and the game's already broken. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have that kind of sheet engines as such. I have a really old memory hacking thing that was made in like 1990.
Are we missing
Well,
someone?
I mean,
Yep.
my philosophy was, I so badly want to focus on adding to the game and working on the game that I don't want to have to implement any form of anti-cheat system until hackers are actively doing things, because that would just take away from all the other important work that obviously needs to be done.
Well, that's one of those things you really do good when it comes to indie developers. They focus on the things they have to do until they're forced to do it.
So where am I going? I've lost everyone.
Wait, you're gone?
Yes.
Oh god, I'm dead.
I've been gone for an
Medic.
extremely long time.
I can't lead you to the exfil. I'm sorry.
Damn it,
Oh.
animal.
I died.
Jam it.
Yeah, I think I'm
Colonel.
close behind.
Those are aliens. I don't know what to do. The
Fire
Russians
at
have
them,
alien.
Snake.
Fire? I don't have a gun.
Then
Totally,
use your
like-
sword.
You should totally
Sword.
go right.
Alright, that's right.
Right.
Alright, you've passed it. Never mind. Wait, I'm lost. I don't even know where you guys are now.
Now you know how I feel.
That one's clicked.
Are we
I believe there's
circling?
5 buttons in total.
Oh shit, big one with
Yep. There's circle, circle.
You guys gotta look for the exfil.
Oh, I have found
Oh,
people!
that's it.
Oh, hey!
What's that?
That's the shield to the future content area. Yay.
Time to
Picking
reload.
up speed.
You should totally not walk into that room.
Why?
Yay!
Yay, we won!
Okay. Okay. I was letting him go first. Yeah, you go first.
So, anyone, first impressions?
Is good. 10 out of 10. Buy our DLC.
Well, I like it so far. I haven't seen anything that makes it feel douchey or anything like that.
Yeah, I like it's familiar ground with Alien Swarm being under our belts already, so we already get like the gist of how to play mainly. Of course, the fact that it's people versus people, but like the alien versus the humans, I love that. Of course, because of the fact that, I wanted that since Evolved, the fact that went down, and this is going to be, the supplement, I'll take it. Of course, this is so early that I feel like we couldn't give it one of our ratings. I think that me and Viggo both agree that this is probably a worth
Yeah, as I said before, I think this is one of those titles where we pretty much decide we're going to be revisiting at a later point to be able to
Yay!
give a good score.
And so, so for now, everything that we say take it with a pinch of salt, and also anything that we say is probably just for constructive.
Well, I should make
criticism and
note
stuff
that a lot of what is there is permanent. What I mean by that is things like how the player's animations work when he's walking and that sort of thing. Like I said, I bought very few assets, but what I did buy was the characters. I don't have control over what animations he has, so the cursor being off, since I have the guns being animation-based instead of cursor-based, I mean, I could always change it, but I think that it made the game feel wrong when I did have it like that. But so, the cursor being off, the animations feeling weird, those are going to be two constants that are always going to be in the game. And the graphics, though these rooms, they're going to fill up with props, they're going to fill up with more detail, there'll still be this level of graphic quality. This is my best. You know, I like to think that I specialize in programming. So I think that you're going to see a lot more content, maybe some UI changes, but overall, the base game, I don't think is going to end up changing too much.
Sorry, I can't love it.
One of
I've
our
just
viewers...
exited the game twice just because I love when you go through the door. He just flops into space and then your game closes. That's so good.
I don't think that's something he can do. I just found something called "fuck Space Fleet."
Out of everything so far, that is gotta be the crowning thing. Just like exiting the games, you go through, you just leave the ship and kill yourself. That's it.
I think that's something that hangs around. Actually, I shouldn't be saying anything about that.
Okay. So, I guess we'll play another one of that alien, but who wants to be the alien this time?
Me. Do it. I kill you all.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
As aliens.
For a second there, I thought you were beginning to speak Danish.
Door.
So, yep, I just leave it off that you know, the game is free to play, and as much as there's going to be a very similar to the operations game mode, although a lot more of it taking place on space stations and different planets, will be the story mode. But I think after the story mode, after new maps, after new operators and aliens, after detailing these maps with more props and making everything feel more alive, that I'm gonna move on to the next project. Not because this project, I don't know how to say it. I just feel like there's only so much that I can add, and I feel like once the game is got a lot more content to it, that I should move on to something that I can use to advance my career. Because, like I said, this game is, as much as I love working on it, it is at the end of the day a loss. Yeah.
This is something to put in your portfolio.
Yeah. Something that can build a community around his studio so that they actually buy his other games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get you.
Have you ever heard of I was thinking, have you ever heard of a game called Botrama?
Nope, not me. Big up.
No, that
That's fun.
name doesn't ring a bell.
Alright, well, the idea of the game is multiple people being in a submarine on an alien planet, world, moon, I don't know, alien place. And there's different roles. You got your medical officer, you got your captain, they all do different things around the ship. And I couldn't help but feel like, wow, this is such a really cool concept and idea. Maybe for my next project I should do something like that. You know.
Oh, it's
I wanna
Jupiter's
think
moon,
ahead.
Europa. Okay.
I want to think ahead what's next after Deep Space, and I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you always have a lot of themes to explore.
Oh, shit.
Say Lovecraftian
Get off him.
horror adventures.
Ow! Ow! Ah, don't take a bite out of me.
Gonna kill you.
I will murder fuck your face.
Stop
I will
shooting
eat your
me.
family. I will take one of those eggs and eat it in front of you. I'll make a bloody alien omelet out of it.
Okay,
Cool,
so
snack attack.
I don't know where to go now. I think I've been through this base twice.
If you've pressed 5 buttons,
Go south.
I think I pressed all 5 buttons. Down south, I saw something that looked like a shield.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, just
right-
below that shield is an area, underground area, and you just go in there and you go inside of a room, and that's it. That's the exfil.
Oh, okay.
There was
I
a
liked a
cool-
bit of the fuck space fleet there, and as I said before when I contacted you, I liked the graphics option that you could open Notepad, basically.
Yeah.
The graphics option that says my computer can only run Notepad.
Yeah.
My computer can only run Notepad. That's why I have it on it. Well,
I
that's
always
supposed
like
to be a
when
joke.
the
I thought it
developers
was-
can have a humor about things,
Yeah.
even small,
Yeah.
insignificant stuff like that.
Yep, and I mean that's what this project was. Like I said, it is a loss, but I didn't expect it to be really anything else. Like I said, it was my stepping stone. It was more a test for me because in those 5 years, I'd never done top down, and there's a lot of networking stuff that I'd never done either. So of course, for my first entry into the Steam market, I went with a game mode or a game genre that I was completely unfamiliar with. And yeah, so I never expected it to be a rousing success. I did see it as a stepping stone, and so I think I had a lot more creative freedom with it, just because I didn't have that expectation of profit or that motive of profit drive.
Yeah, I don't think you should be. When you do games for like free to play, you shouldn't be thinking profit at all. But that's my head and idea of things.
No, yeah, I mean, I'd like to see the game make its budget back. That'd be neat. You know, I do wish to eat something besides ramen now and then, but
Where's the hitbox?
Where is he?
Jesus.
It took me a while to find the exit. Was nice.
Okay, let's find our friend's dead body.
The Alien versus Hunter. Oh, they're name server, yeah.
So, what is your end goal then? With like, because you've got this game, of course, under your belt in your like portfolio, because it's like it's a loss. What's your end goal? In about 5 years' time, where do you want to see yourself?
Well,
there's our friend.
I'm not going to work for another company. It's always been about me having my own company, and I think that's how it's going to be from the very beginning. And I don't know where I see myself in 5 years. I'd like to hope that some of my grandiose projects that I've got on the table, that I can see some of them come to fruition.
I mean, I think every game developer, whenever they get into game development, they've got like this cool game that's like going to be the best in the whole world that they want to make. And a lot of mistakes new people do is they start on that game and they just spend the next 5 years making it, and it's kind of poo.
Yeah, no, exactly. You get into game development and you're creating interactive worlds, and you've always got this idea about why aren't games doing this? Why aren't games being this vision that I have? And you always get this grandiose project that you have no realistic way of doing, or doing probably within the next 2 years. But you know, it definitely will do it. It'll be done eventually.
Oh,
One of which is an MMO, so that's that's not happening anytime soon.
thank you, Def Proxy, for the 25 bits.
Well,
And
clearly you
have a
guys
good
have got
luck.
a good head on your shoulders, and you understand, and you've looked at your aspirations critically. So, like you said, you're not just jumping into the deep end, doing what you really want to do. You're doing smaller projects and slowly going to build up. So, I can already see that you guys understand a lot more than what most people do when they're coming into this.
Yeah, well, I mean, even if you start like a small project, like Blake got me into game development, and we started a puzzle game. It's releasing soon, and it was supposed to be, simple little thing, but 4 months later,
You ask any developer, is every time you start a new project, the what ifs, they don't stop. Oh, what if I had this feature? Oh, it'd be cool.
Yeah.
Or, oh, it'd be neat that no other game has done. And before you know it, you've got a monster. Like, a literal monster that you just mishmashed all these different cool features together to form one uncool game.
That actually reminds me of my time when I still was into doing websites and stuff.
Nice.
Oh, you suck, show.
Is that
Competitive. Good sportsman, good job. You did pretty well. You killed one of them.
I got 2.
Oh,
showing
2.
the
Oh, yeah,
keys
right.
how one's supposed to act?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. That was good.
I mean, I have considered Deep Space 2. Now, I don't want to, make any promises, but I have done a lot of work in the genres of first-person shooters and in the genres of horror and adventure games, and those are things that I know what I'm doing in. And so I had considered that continuing the story of Deep Space once the story mode is released might take place in a second game of an entirely different genre, sort of pull a Zelda where it moves.
Yeah.
Going from...
I remember that from my childhood. Going like, okay, first game is Zelda, then all of a sudden Link.
Hmm.
And so it'd go from a top-down multiplayer to probably a first-person single-player. Deep Space would, because I love story. I love story games. My favorite games are The Last of Us and Final Fantasy XII. So I have several story games planned. But yeah, I think if I were to revisit Deep Space, if it gets enough interest, that I would revisit it in an entirely different genre.
Yeah, story is one of those things that drew me into. I actually wanted to be a game dev from the start, but I didn't have access to any educational form that would allow it.
I considered this a passion. I've only graduated high school a few months ago.
Wow, you're younger than I am.
Yeah, no, I'm 18.
I'm 30. What is it now? 34, I think.
What I was saying though is I've been doing game development for about 5 years now. I never, I didn't go to a college. I didn't take any classes. It was just something that, like, originally I would pick up other people's scripts and I would study them, see how things work, and eventually I just, figured out how to do it.
Sort of like I did when I first began reading up on websites and stuff. I think the third project I did was an interactive desktop in Windows 95.
Nice.
Nice.
The only problem is I didn't have any internet, so I couldn't use most of it.
Oof.
Well, since you've done it for 5 years, self-learning, do you ever think you will go to a college or something to follow up on game design? Because clearly you've already got quite a lot of the assets under your belt, so you'd be ahead of the class.
I've always said I'm going to do absolutely everything in my power to make sure that I never go to college.
Really?
Okay.
I hate the idea of college. I hate the pretentiousness of having the idea that the only means of learning is by someone who's already learned. How did the original learners learn? They learned on their own. Don't get me started.
He gets triggered whenever someone mentions college.
There's the political aspect of it, and then the social aspect, and then there's the essential classes that you have to take before you're even allowed to train in the profession you want to do. It annoys the crap out of me. I'm a very opinionated person. I think college is just not the place for me.
Well, since I'm getting college classes for free basically, so I'm taking it, and I went to see, like, because my college does have game development classes, but the amount of time it's taken me just to get to even basic Python programming, and the next class I finally get to take C#, it's not keeping up with the amount I can just YouTube. Like, the best learner for game development is the internet.
No, yeah, exactly. And there are internet-based universities such as Full Sail University who are specifically toward game design. But even then, like I said, I think that I am entirely capable of, self-starting. That's what the American dream is.
And I got contacted by a game development lab or college school thing over in Austin, but I was looking at their course, and the whole purpose of their college or school is to get someone to a certain level and then ship them off to an employee, because that's the end of the school. You just get hired.
Yeah, and I mean, like, the knowledge that I have, I don't mean to assert my own pretentiousness, but I do believe that I hold quite an advanced level of programming. I remember one time taking a class in programming, and in high school, and this is of course already after 4 years of game development. This was my senior year, just this year actually, only 4 or 5 months ago. And it was by the end of the year that I learned as much about programming that I did in the first week of me exploring it on my own. I mean, it's so catering to the class as a whole. Their progress is your progress, no matter how fast you want to advance. You have to do it on your own.
I'm getting memory, nostalgia, because I remember I learned like making websites by myself. When I got to class, to actually get a degree just to get it done. I get to a classroom and I show off the first thing I do. I show off this desktop thing, and the teacher basically says, "What grade do you want, and do you really have to come here?"
No, yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't mean to sport my own pretentiousness, but a lot of the skill of an industry comes from the experience of that industry, and I think a lot of these colleges put you into that sort of entry-level stuff. Like, I've taught Phineas here just the basics, really, of C# programming, and already weeks into college, he still hasn't even come to 1/100th of what I taught him over the course of only a couple months.
After 4 semesters, 12 credit hours, I am finally able to take a C# class. But within that time, I've already made a game. I've already learned C#. There's nothing that class can teach me. I don't want to take it, but to get to the actual game development classes, I have to go through these 100 different things.
Yeah, I can already see where that just gets a piss take, because you know that you're already ahead of where the class is, but you've got to wait for them to catch up, and you're like, you're paying for that one, right? Are you gonna have? No, you're getting it for free. So have you got a scholarship or something?
Well, I'm taking dual credit classes because I'm still under 18, and they just waived the tuition, because in Texas, the state pays for your college if if you're under 18. Have you
asked your teacher or something, like, dude, I kind of already know this, can I have a bit of a
Well, I mean, yeah, but there are prerequisites to the class, and I have to get these prerequisites before I take the game development class. It's just they won't. And I have to get department approval. So I have to prove to them that yes, I am doing all this and have the prerequisites.
I remember, in order to do the programming class, they wanted me to take a prerequisite class in computers. And I remember talking to someone about that class, and it was literally, how do you create a file? How do you create a text document? And I was like, really? You want me to take this class before taking programming? I think if I'm taking programming, I already know how, I think I've used a computer before.
Yeah, I wanted to test out of all that prerequisite stuff, but the half the class is also learning all Microsoft programs, and I'm like, dude, I don't need to know these Microsoft programs.
Yeah, that
But-
basic learn how to use Word, Excel. Like, is that really what I need
Yeah.
to learn to use a computer?
Yeah, but I mean, the system doesn't see that. So
Here, I'll syskey your computer. I'll come back when you changed your mind.
yeah,
Which I actually did to my school network.
I mean, in high school, I passed with the minimum. I did only absolutely what was required in order to pass high school, because that whole time I was just doing game development. I mean,
You're more
worse than
practical. You don't need the theory. Like, have to read this, write down this. You can sit down and do the practical stuff.
Mhm.
And show that,
Exactly.
yeah, you have the experience, but they still want you to do theory. Like, write down
So
to show
I
that you
guess
can.
to finally answer your question, I don't think there's a level of degree to which I can express my hatred for all things formal education.
yeah. It's just
So-
education for our field is just not worth it right now. There's nothing that can actually.
Yeah, I get these guys who haven't been in the field who, I mean, this is a generalization, but it does hold weight. I get guys who were taught what they were taught and teach us it, who have no practical application. I mean, I remember a guy had said this to me, and this really struck me, is if you can't do good at game development, teach it. Because there's no skill required in that.
I'm under the assumption that education should be general. It should be free and
Yeah.
general.
Okay. Imagine this: there was classes for streaming, like streaming really well. It taught you how to market your Twitch, lay out really good. But before you could actually learn the stuff that would really help your stream right now, you had to go through 4 or 5 semesters of prerequisites, and then you finally get to, like, oh, I get to actually, here's how you set up your stream good and all that. But by that time, you very kind of experienced.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't learn how to stream, I just did it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're doing.
I started out in
Right.
Crossfire.
Exactly. I think the people who are going to succeed in game development are those who are passionate about it. And those who are passionate about it are already doing it on their own.
Yeah.
I mean, neither Animal or I do this for money. We just do it
Yeah,
like
exactly.
lazy hobby.
Yeah. But I
I
mean,
mean,
when
it-
a hobby makes money, it's obviously a bonus.
Yeah, at that point, then it's like you're doing your thing that you like as a job, but it doesn't feel like work at all.
Yeah.
Or at
I
least
mean, you
very
do what
less.
you love, you don't work a day in your life. Or so I'm told. I'm working 90 hours, but so I'm told.
I
But at the same
don't.
time, would you rather work late 90 hours, or would you rather work 90 hours in retail?
Oh, I mean, like I said, deep debt isn't paying the deep debt isn't paying the bills, so I work at a
That's
gas
our
station.
official
Yeah,
nickname.
true.
Oh,
rephrase it.
you would probably get bored of my life. I'm a pensioner.
I don't know what that is.
Retired, in another word. I'm a senior
Retired.
citizen according to the state.
Huh.
So I get a pension.
Really? At
Yep.
34?
Yeah, because when I was 18, I got struck by extreme panic attack syndrome.
Hmm.
And it's constant.
That's neat.
You'd think so, but having a panic attack that goes like... I usually have to describe it like, imagine the last second you're about to hit the floor when you're on a chair going backward.
Ooh.
You're stuck in that second. Extreme fear for about an hour or 2.
Yeah.
I
So
just-
it's like that.
Yeah. So I ended up with second stage hypertension. So I basically had a resting blood pressure of somebody having a heart attack.
Ouch.
Hi, I'm Animal Tech. I don't have problems like that, but I one time got I stubbed my toe.
Once.
Can I be a part of your group therapy session?
Yeah.
I think the worst.
I'll join you. I got a plastic eye, so
Ooh.
eyes.
Yeah, he.
Actually, one of my
this guy.
things I wanted to do when I was young was cybernetics.
Hey, I mean, cybernetics would be cool.
Ooh,
Yeah, I'm very ahead of my time in thought.
I always forget that to tell anyone about it because it's such just a side thing that I do like subconsciously. But I actually have this personal assistant passion project that I've worked on named Sebastian, which is the butler from Black Butler.
Oh, yes.
And
I'm not terrible about that.
yeah, I've got him loaded into Dropbox, and then I've got a second machine next to my computer here hosting him. And then anytime I need to forward a change, I just upload it through Dropbox. And so I've got this personal assistant I've been working on. Right now, I'm working on the voice recognition, and he can, bring up the weather and set an alarm, but that's about it.
Well, he already sounds amazing. I mean, the fact you've already picked Sebastian's already makes it a 10 out of 10 assistant. Screw Cortana.
Yeah.
And screw Google's thing.
Oh,
I
seriously.
actually got surprised
Wait.
during one of the updates. Google Assistant actually activated on my phone. I had previously deactivated.
I mean, Windows does whatever it wants. I mean,
Yeah.
none of us chose Windows 10. I remember I think it was 11th or 10th grade. It was, I went to school and I came back and it was like, welcome to Windows 10. And I'm like, wow, thanks. I was going to wait for like a service pack or something to come out so it wasn't full of bugs, but I guess I'm just going to get thrust into it. Then I had to suffer through those early bugs where it would get rid of your taskbar and that sort of stuff and freeze it up.
Oh God.
When they first told me that Windows 10 would be free, that screamed a lot of alarms. Then I began reading up on the privacy and all that. No. Just no.
Well, it wasn't only about that, but the reason they forced everyone onto Windows 10, they want one big centralized system where they can keep track of everyone and everything.
Yeah.
Mm.
Also the internal ad system and shit.
Yeah, not just for data mining, but just because to them it's the logical thing. They don't want to have to keep pushing updates for all these older OSs.
Yeah.
They want
So there is a
everyone on
problem.
Windows 10 and,
That privacy is a problem in my eyes.
You know what I find most funny about Windows 10 is it was called Windows 9, but they scrapped it because they didn't like the way it turned out. So instead of remaking Windows 9, which would have been logical, they just called it Windows 10.
Oh, as I remember it, they couldn't call it Windows 9 because it would clash with Windows 9X being 95 and 98.
Yeah.
Something about the internal code.
Just so people know.
That's the way I heard
That's
it.
the case in that I just got a big old case of fake news.
Mm.
Well, we both have different news on it.
Yeah.
Who knows? I might be wrong. That's the one I've heard.
I at the same time I want to hope that the one I heard is accurate, just so I can go, yeah, they're stupid.
So, I'm gonna quickly just inject this into the conversation. So, around about 6 o'clock, do you think that'll be a good time to take a break and then go to the aftergrind? And for the aftergrind, may I suggest Alien Swarm? Because I'm so in the mood for that after playing this.
Could go.
And also, if you guys, whether or not you want to join us or leave us at that point, then be our guest. We'd love to have you for some Alien Swarm if you'd like to.
Is it free?
Pardon?
Is it free?
Yep.
Yeah, it's free to play.
Completely free, and it has no microtransactions whatsoever. It's truly a gem, a diamond in the rough, from what we know.
Alright, so you wanted reactive swarm, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, reactive drop is the...
reactive drop one.
What the hell?
So I think I broke your game.
I think I broke the game as well because I was the alien and I died. I
Did you
bled
fall-
out.
were-
I think.
Were you an event and fall through the world?
No, I bled out, I think. I was an event, but I was bleeding out.
Oh no, you didn't bleed out. They gassed the vent. A mission operator.
Ah, okay.
That prevents, like, you know, camping.
I went back to lobby as the game started and it's froze me on the loading screen.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm the worst kind of person.
I saw you over there trying to get on top of crates and fall through the map. And then I saw you doing that thing with the planet where you were trying to see at what point the sun ended when you were rotating it.
What the fuck?
Quickly, abort, Viggo, abort!
Run! I know you were
Pencil
doing
street,
it because
pencil
I
street.
really do the exact same thing.
I also did the toilet, what's that?
And he is gone.
Yeah, he just went for the toilet. But yeah, Alien Swarm isn't that large.
1.3 gigs. I'm just downloading it. Takes me 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna guess so. I'm on a 100 Mbit fiber line, so I usually have a hard time trying to figure out how long time it will take people to download stuff.
Oh, I love that suggestion. I just saw that suggestion. An alien who can disable the player's flashlights for a temporary amount of time. That'd be neat.
Yeah, it would be interesting. Let's see. There we go. It's about 3.5 to 4 gigs, basically. Oh, yeah, somebody has to change from the alien. Ah, okay.
Might as well stream this as well for all the 2 ghosts that'll see it. This about says the state of when I last streamed. Is the title of my last stream is SNES Super Castlevania 4.
Ah, yeah, Super Castlevania. I played that a couple of times, and I've only made it to Dracula. Then I pretty much given up.
I wasn't around when it came out, so I used an emulator, and this was only like a month ago.
Oh. I used to. I think this would be fun for some people. My first time playing. Him again. Yeah, Monkeys.
All right. The
Some
alien
cool
left.
default text, alien specimen error.
Well, yeah, it's because the alien left.
Okay.
Stop
Magic.
breaking my game. You know, this is what happens. You know, the game runs so perfectly for so long, and then you guys were talking about leaving, and then it all went down the crapper. Right? My game would have had a nice, good reputation, but you had to play for that little while longer to find all the bugs.
It is what we do. We're like the hurricane. Not that one. Oh man, that's poor timing to bring up hurricanes. Whoopsie!
Pyro King?
Hurricane.
Hurricane.
Oh.
Like the fighter jet. Well, no, not jet, the fighter plane.
Hurricane, like that thing that's sweeping across the coast right now.
There's like 13 of them now, like at the same time.
13 hurricanes.
It was either 13 or 8. I forgot which.
Sweeping across the coast right now, like using the US's.
Oof.
Oof.
Y'all ain't know what it's like,
Hey, Nine, you can't talk like that. I'm the one who lives in Texas.
Nine, get it on the board.
Oh hell, you almost sounded like a Dane there.
Everyone sounds like a dame. You sound like a dame. You sound like a dame. Everybody sounds like a dame.
Okay, you are saying Dame. I'm saying Dane, as in a Danish person.
Dame! Dane.
I used to do some.
Just speak a...
I used to do a thing on Twitch for about a month. I would go into random channels and. Oh, what's the name again? What?
Kill him! Quickly!
Shit.
Before it lays eggs!
We started with the alien next to us.
I know, because the alien gets to walk around before we land. Like while the loading screen is going, he's walking around. So if he guesses our spawn, he can.
I used to go.
The plan was that there would be AI people around the ship that the alien would kill and advance with. But I ended up going for this more simpler format just for the horror aspect.
Yeah,
Mm.
but that would be cool.
This one.
Aliens
why
inside.
is that loading screen. It's not loading anything, it's just supposed to be a 25-second waiting period for the alien to go eat humans, which doesn't happen because that never ended up being a thing.
Well, that was fast.
So, just like on that idea of the alien getting stronger the more things it kills, what if there was an alien type that when it killed it started off pretty weak, but it killed someone, it got a bit stronger, and then by the time it's killed 3 people, the last person might as well just quit.
Like imagine you could like eat people.
Well, I imagine that'd be pretty cool, except that would be really reliant on someone splitting off from the group, which could result in some overly long games.
Well, not if they're NPC characters.
Yeah. Well, what if there were like, what if there was a scientist that had to get to the other side of like a really big ship, and you had to just guard him the whole way?
See, that's the sort of thing I would add to objectives, not so much, as an alien thing. But I mean, yeah, that could.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's definitely an operations kind of sounding game mode, which
Yeah.
that's the whole motif. You could just like play around with just having the 5 people in the operations mode as like, that co-op campaign. Just quickly going to derail that. Whatever I was talking about, the co-op campaign. What do you have to do to unlock that?
That's the incentive for buying the DLC. That's why it's got the golden mark.
What does that contain then?
It doesn't contain anything. It's very specific. It very loudly says has not been released. It's in the works, and I've got I've got a ton of paper on the story being written, and it's going to play out a lot like the operations game mode, but yet it's not there yet. That's one of those things that, like, when I get around to it, I can't be working on anything else. I have to get the maps out. I have to get them polished. I have to get the operators and the aliens out.
The AI, the logic.
Story.
Mm-hmm.
The other
So
thing
that's
that
what
the
that
DLC
sound
gives you
was.
is characters and an XP boost. So
Ooh, XP boosts.
Yeah,
The point of the DLC now is that you can support the developer and get the stuff out faster and whatnot.
Speaking of which, what does leveling up do at the moment, or what does it plan to do?
absolutely nothing. It's an aesthetic that all games have, and so why not have it?
Maybe something in the future.
Yeah, no, in the future it's going to be used for attachments. Attachments are never going to be anything fancy, just to avoid the higher player curve stomping lower players. But it'll be things like a laser attachment. So instead of just having a dot, you'd have a line drawn between your gun and that dot, that sort of thing.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah, so attachments will not only have to be bought with Latinum as an incentive to spend on something else other than operators, but on, require level. Which, by the way, the Latinum is named after the currency that was introduced in Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Gold Crest Latinum.
Of course it was.
Yeah, Latinum.
I think. Sorry.
I think this game could take place in an alternate Star Trek universe. I mean, there are alternate dimensions in Star Trek. I could just say that. I mean, it is the people you work for, your space fleet, aka Starfleet. You work for the United Federation, you work for the United Alliance of Planets instead of Federation.
And it's called Space Fleet.
The other colony is Namor instead of Bajor. Because I am a completely unoriginal human being.
So that wad of paper that you had, could you quickly lift up and put it back down again like you did? See, now I thought that was your whale beat instead.
Sounds like a dictionary or my literature book.
I mean, it's
Or your
literally,
biography.
it's actually, I don't own any papers, so it's actually, it's a grocery list that I write down all my notes on. It's got a cardboard back, so that's what that is.
So yeah, your future games and stuff that you're going to be making, are they also going to be free to play? Because if so, please send them to our way and we'll play them again. And hopefully I won't try to find all the bugs in them.
You will.
Duality, which is a project that I've been working on in cooperation with Buddy here, Phineas. That's going to be paid. That's going to be $9.99, but that's going to be releasing under his name, not mine. Or I should say under his studio rather than my studio.
Yeah, we'll see. I can send you a copy because I need some testers to test out the new levels before I release.
I'll be more than happy to help with that, bud.
Yep, but Deep Space 2, if that ever happens, would be paid because that would be a very highly productive one. It wouldn't be a free-to-play multiplayer. But free-to-play multiplayers, exactly that, I will definitely be exploring them in the future. I recently ran into a series of videos online that explained the philosophy behind a lot of the failures of free-to-play game. And this one fits my game so perfectly, is that a lot of free-to-play games fall under two categories, but the one that mine falls under is the incentive to buy DLC is decreased because it's more, it gives you operators. It's more, even if you want to support the developer, you want to also earn those operators. And so it's actually incentive not to get the DLC. But at the same time, for those who don't want to have to earn the operators, it is incentive. So it leaves me in a bit of a conundrum there.
I see.
So I think if I were to explore free-to-play games again, I would want to see about what other incentives I could offer for people to want to get the DLC. Because as much as I want to give people an enjoyable experience and allow everyone to get it as possible, like I do with the current game that's free-to-play, I also want to, at some point, not eat ramen every day. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, try to find a medium.
I always think that DLC should always be more worth than what it looks to be. I mean, take something like Tropico. Their later point, they basically made DLC that
Did nobody play Mission?
no one of you has played it.
Nope.
I play Tropico 5, I own it.
Yeah, if you think about it, Tropico 4 and Tropico 5, when you get the DLC, you get like one costume and then like one building. That was basically
DLC
what you did in
Tropico
Tropico
5
4.
is just so garbage.
Found him, he's healing in the vents.
Yeah, but Tropico 5 has a bit more story in their DLCs, but yeah, it's still the same format. One costume, one building.
Yeah, and so that's another thing is I did offer that story mode with the Admiral's Edition, and I want people to. I think I can craft a pretty good story with the pieces that I do already have together here, and I think it would play a lot like the objectives mode, just with people throwing exposition at you in the form of text.
Yeah.
And of course, it is co-op.
Which is one of those things that I'm one of those that want to do co-op games, but often find that there's a lack of the real cooperative feeling of them.
It's just like, oh yeah, I'm playing with my friend, and the game's easier than if I was playing alone.
Mm-hmm.
There's no, you actually you have need of each other.
I consider that, and I I don't have a solution. And I think when I get around to making the campaign, I'm gonna have to think on it more. But I was actually thinking that exact same thing the other day. I was thinking about the campaign, and I was thinking about what would make mine different. And then I was thinking about co-op, and I'm like, you know, I personally don't like co-op in a lot of campaign games because when you're solo playing a campaign, you're there, you're in the story. When you're with your friend, you know, you're talking, you're entertaining each other, you're not so much invested in the story, and you're just kind of running around skipping through the text. I mean, it's
Well,
just...
I don't often see a lot of games that has co-op campaign. I mean, one game that did that me and Animal here played was Red Alert 3.
Oh shit.
The only other game that I think that has a good co-op campaign is Portal 2.
Oh yeah, I love playing that.
Portal's just
Duality was
fantastic.
actually inspired a lot from Portal.
Hey, who wants an Steam key?
Wow. Steam key for, is it something just random?
Well, I was going to say you could do a giveaway, but I was thinking
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
guys
totally.
wanted to try out some of the other operators, I could throw one of you a key.
Well, yeah, I'd be totally happy to try one out, and I'm also happy to give it away if you want me to. I'll get the bottle ready.
Well, I can,
Yeah, I think there's more people viewing over at Animals, so it's better on that point.
The prize is Steam key.
Alright, top one is the one you use, other one's the one you give away.
Okay, awesome. Open giveaway. If you guys want to join the giveaway, just type exclamation mark raffle to have a chance to get a Steam key. And why not? Go for it. Go ham.
Yeah, it's not like it's gonna... anyone here is gonna be buying it anyway, so no loss.
Yeah, we should have played Mission.
So at the moment, it's Alien
Cares
versus
enough
Human.
into the raffle.
Okay, we'll give him that. Usually there's lurking. Once again, giveaway.
Also,
Anyone.
it's a 10-second delay from when our voices hit.
I've got the low latency thing, so it's literally like with 1 second.
okay.
Have you seen Lister's? Lister's like, he's got that on. It's like immediate. I see my message from chat pop up in the stream. It's crazy.
Oh, I don't use that.
I think you guys... When you guys' stream first started, there was only like a 1 second delay, and the longer you guys played, it turned into that 10 second.
Strange.
Maybe it was. I don't know.
Yeah, actually, when I started out streaming, I started out over at Crossfire, which doesn't exist anymore.
Never heard of it, I was gonna say.
Basically, it was typed out as X-Fire, basically. It was an old IM platform and in-game sort of thing.
Yeah, I remember trying it, but it was a long time ago.
Okay, so it's about 6 o'clock now. So, Viggo, are you in the game?
Nah, I'm not in a game at the moment.
Okay then. Well, how about we just quickly say, like we usually do, the goods, the bads, and anything we like to see. You know, if we could have an ideal world where you were God and you could put anything in this game that you ever wish.
I love exiting this game.
Oh, I haven't tried that yet.
Oh yeah, you should do it in the menu.
Oh, it's an airlock! Oh!
It's a beautiful way to exit the game. It is definitely the best thing that I have found. Like the most original, just funny thing in this game.
That reminded me of
Who
Star Wars Rebellion.
Hmm.
I was really upset when I first released the game because I was sitting here thinking that was a funny, cool thing. And the first review the game ever got was a negative review that the guy was upset that the exit was literally an exit.
Well,
I thought it was an exit into another room, and I'm like, you know, and it upset me. I was like, why is no one getting the joke?
I guess it depends on the kind of person. Anyway, as you said, something I would probably want to see is a options menu where you can adjust the volume.
I think that's probably, over fixing crashes and bugs, that's probably the most requested thing.
Yeah, as we said, it's in an ideal world where we're God, basically. I think this game could go a long way. It's not something that's simplistic. It actually has that bit of a simplistic charm. Not badly as many other games do. I mean, it fits in. Do you have anything there, Animal, that you would say on the graphical side of things?
I would say just operations. Like you've already stated that you're going to do more with it. Just I want to see more in that operations tab. It seems awesome. Like I like doing little missions along with a big squad of people. Well, a small squad technically, but 5 people. Just like that kind of stuff. So more of that, please. Yes, thank you. Other than that, I really like the direction the game, has gone, and considering that's what you've done in 2 months, that's amazing. You definitely put a lot of work into it.
The operations game mode was actually made from the ground up over the course of about 5 days, and I, with no exaggeration, there was no sleep during that period. You can ask Phineas here.
I was in a call. I hung up, went to sleep, woke up. He was still working on it.
I mean, yeah, it was literally. I don't ever drink energy drinks, but during making that operations game mode, I drank 4 Red Bulls.
Oof.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, he's saving years off his life.
I would not drink those. Mostly since I'm type 2 diabetic.
I particularly enjoy drinking. It kind of tastes like urine, but it was like there was only 2 maps in the game. The game was getting down rated, and I'm like, okay, that's what the reason behind the second map was. All these content pushes have always been like, I want to fix out the bugs, and I want to polish what's already there, but then people start downvoting the game. I'm like, all right, guess I got to push a content update.
It's like the reviews, like a negative reviews drive this game. If you put a negative review on it, we need 3 positive reviews just to make up for it.
Dang.
So like,
no, that's literally, if the game is to be promoted by Steam in any sense, it has to have mostly positive, which requires 70% or higher positive reviews.
And we're at 71% just because I got a bunch of Steam friends to come over and help, because a few people that we used to hang out with didn't personally like Blake, so they went and just crapped on his game, and then
asked some of their friends to crap on the game.
Yep. Like we used to be #1 on trending on new and free games on Steam. #1. It was top of the store page, but then they came and downvoted it, and we just lost hundreds of users.
Yeah,
no, thousands. When they downvoted the game, it lost 96% sales and 90% views.
Yeah.
There are a few idiots on Steam that actually go around and do this to all games.
I think the game honestly could have made its budget back by now if that never happened.
How many do we have 1,300 people hit? Wait, we had 11,000 people hit the Steam page when it was first supposed to release, but Steam delayed the review process. So rip 11,000 people. And then we got 1,300 on the actual release, and then we got downvoted by his
after those people downvoted the game, it went from 10,000 views a day to about 3 to 400.
Yeah, I mean, he
And,
can
you
show you
know-
the statistics. I mean, we got a lot of people today, thankfully, because yesterday we finally broke out of mixed back into mostly positive.
So, go ahead and smash that like button and also don't forget to subscribe, check out my merch, doing a giveaway. Ring that bell notification. Whatever else buzzwords YouTubers use, I don't know.